Well, good afternoon, everybody. You can say hello back. I know it's late. I want to say thank you, first of all, for letting me end my day with you. Louisville Water Company had a board meeting today at 11 o'clock, so I've been sitting a while today. So it was kind of nice to get out of the building and come here. I've worked with Dave Billings for many, many years, and just thank you for your partnership. Louisville Water has a great partnership with the Frankfort Plant Board. I'm enjoying getting to know Herbie as well, and so we really value the work that you do every day. Dave asked me, and Herbie actually, I met a while back, asked me if I would come and speak with you about the program that we launched in Louisville 20 years ago to get people talking and thinking about something that we all take for granted, and that's tap water. So I have a very short presentation I'm going to share with you, and I must say hats off to you, because when I came in the room today, I saw those pitchers filled with good Frankfort water, so good job, you're already on the right page. So I really call this the multi-billion gallon idea, because what this is, it's a story. It's a story of how Louisville Water took something all of us take for granted and turned it into a marketing campaign. Louisville Water, on average, sells about 34 billion gallons of drinking water every year. And so that's why I call it this multi-billion gallon idea. First of all, in case you're not that familiar with us, Louisville Water began as Kentucky's first public water provider in 1860. Our original buildings are the white buildings that you see there. That's the pumping station and the water tower. Actually, our current pumping station, the brown building, sits right next door on the Ohio River. We are the largest public water provider in the state of Kentucky. We are a billion-gallon business, more than 34 billion gallons of drinking water every year to nearly 1 million people. So we have about 4,200 miles of pipe. On average, we produce about 120 million gallons of water a day. So about 1 million people every day in the region drink our water. We have this rich history of innovation at Louisville Water. In 1896, we did landmark experiments in filtration that really paved the way for safe drinking water around the world. And it all happened right here in Louisville and in Kentucky. Our original structures, those white buildings, are National Historic Landmarks. And we were the first in the world to use a tunnel and well as a source for drinking water back in 2011. So we have this very proud history of advancing the science of drinking water. And it's just water, right? I mean, that's what it is, right? You just turn on the faucet and it magically appears. Well, no, in Louisville, we say it's a water so good that we gave it a name, Louisville Pure Tap. As David mentioned, back in the 1990s, bottled water sales were all the rage. You had to have a bottle of water. It was cool to have one. And we were a little angry about that. We were very proud of our product. We're known for great tasting water. And we thought that we should do something about it. It doesn't matter where you work, whether it's Louisville, whether it's Frankfort, Lexington, even Flint, Michigan, or Dallas, Texas. We are in a business where a recall doesn't exist. We're not like Kroger. You know, if you get a bag of salad and Kroger realizes something happened, they can call a recall and you take the salad back. Once you guys send that water from your plant and we send our water from our plant, we can't recall it. I tell people in Louisville, we've got the health of the community right there in the palm of our hands. We mess up, we do something wrong, we hurt a lot of people. So you got to call attention to what you do, but yet we all take it for granted. Before I go any further, I want to do a quick little experiment. I do this with everybody I speak with just to get you thinking about your water here. Now you guys are a little unique because you are more than just water, but I think you can relate. I want you to raise your hand within the last year you've lost power at your house. How many people have lost power during a storm? Raise your hand. Okay, so now let's think about 5 years. Last 5 years, how many of you have had a problem with cable television or even direct TV or satellite TV? It always goes out right before the UK game, right? Or the U of L game? No, anybody? Not here, maybe not here. That's why I said you're unique, so kind of play along with me here. Well, how many of you within the last 10 years have gone more than a day without drinking water? Anybody? We are so darn good at our jobs, right? So it's easy to take something for granted when you don't really ever lose it. So I am a huge advocate that water utilities have to stop being so conservative when it comes to tap water. We produce a commodity that you can't live without, you can't recall, and yet people take us for granted. So back in Louisville in the 1990s, 1997 to be exact, we decided to trademark tap water. We thought if Nike can do it with a swoosh and a tennis shoe, why can't we do it with water? So we said our water is called Louisville Pure Tap. We launched this huge marketing campaign. We created a plastic, that's important, a plastic bottle that you could take out for free. We'd give them out by the thousands and you just fill it up. And we told people if you want great tasting bottled water, all you need is the bottle. From that campaign grew an education program that now reaches over 110 schools a year. We reach 500,000 people a year with these outreach events. We were talking about our water. So the message in the bottle was appearing at all these events, school-based curriculum. We even launched a bottling facility. We started bottling our water. If it's so good, we should put it in an 8-ounce plastic bottle and hand it out for free. And we even created a mascot called Tapper who looked like a plastic water bottle. So 15 years into the campaign, we were going great, but it suddenly hit me that the message was sticking. People knew that it was Louisville Pure Tap, but the value of the campaign, we had lost sight of the campaign. We were so focused on promoting the bottle, the container, that we forgot that what we should have been promoting was what we're putting in the bottle. And even our mascot looked like a plastic bottle. 15 years into the campaign, plastic was a no-no. Remember, BPA came out and suddenly it wasn't cool to have a plastic bottle anymore. And so we said, okay, it's time to retool. So what did we do? We got back to the tap. So we grew up. In 2011, we rebranded ourselves, a new logo. It looks a little different. And we got rid of that bottling facility. We stopped bottling our water in 8-ounce bottles. And we went to a very green approach. So we came up with compostable cups, reusable containers, coolers, and water pitchers. We even created mobile water units that connect directly to the water main, pulls out a constant supply of water, and these are at events now all over Louisville. You can see we started branding the product and promoting how you use Louisville water. That is my daughter up there at a cross-country meet with her Pure Tap bottle. She was the one you saw with the plastic bottle up front, so she's kind of grown up with the campaign. This is at a corporate meeting. At the very bottom, there's a U of L photographer holding a Pure Tap bottle, and this is a stack of cups for the Louisville mini marathon and the marathon races. We came up with a communication plan. We really began talking about what we do. How much does it take? So what costs less than a penny? 66 glasses of Louisville Pure Tap. That's less than a gallon right there. And so we stacked 66 cups and we taped them together and we take that everywhere we go. So what costs less than a penny? That's what you get. We actually made our product appear like a premium brand. That's our water in a wine bottle with a label on it at the Kentucky Derby Festival. So we say, why drink the wine when you can have the water? So we did that ourselves in our group. And then we had a communications plan. We linked Louisville Water to our product. We tell people how we make drinking water, invited them inside the treatment plant, and every event we do, we have staff that explains what we do. And it really became more than just a giveaway. We weren't the state fair anymore where you just called us for the free product and we gave you stuff. You actually got a message that went with the water. And then a few years ago, we started branding drinking water fountains. We say now that your fountain has to be worthy to get our logo. It has to look good. It can't be a fountain that no one uses and it's kind of tucked back in the back of a building. So this is a soccer complex, the Louisville Metro Health Department. This is our reservoir where we actually purchased an outdoor drinking water fountain. And this is at the Louisville Zoo. You can also see a fountain at U of L and at the KFC Yum Center downtown. We really try to complement our partners. You can see the one at the Yum Center. It says, "Winning, it must be in the water." We're a little cocky too sometimes about our water. And then there's a sign there at the business school at U of L that says, "Thirsty, get back to the tap. It'll save you some money." I will tell you, the branded drinking water fountains are very popular. But after Flint, Michigan, we took a very quick time out and huddled up and said, okay, we're doing the right thing, right? And we all agreed, yes, we were. We kind of had that quality conversation and made sure that there wasn't any public health concerns with this. This is another example of an indoor bottle fill station at a museum. And then Kentucky Kingdom has also a branded water fountain too. I wanted you to see the difference in what we do. Some of what we do is just a sign above the fountain. Some of it is a bottle fill station that you see there on the left. We've also become a little cocky. We tell people if you want Louisville Water to be at your event, then you got to serve Pure Tap. I use the Coke and Pepsi example. If you worked at Coke, do you think they'd let you bring Pepsi in the building? No. And if you worked for Crest toothpaste, what happens if you brush your teeth with Colgate? I would think that's a no-no. Well, I think we should be just as proud as our brand. So when you get hired at Louisville Water, everyone gets a reusable Louisville Pure Tap bottle, and you get a message that fill up at the tap. And so I've been known, if you are spotted in our building with what I call the evil empire, which is bottled water, I will come up to you and proudly replace it with a reusable bottle. We need to be really confident about what we do. We need our employees to be confident. There is a place for bottled water in an emergency, but day to day, our water is great to drink. These reusable coolers are probably one of the most popular things we have now. These are igloo coolers that are wrapped with a Louisville Water message on them. We have 200 of these coolers, and I am amazed that PTA moms actually fight Louisville traffic, come downtown, pick up 8 coolers and 300 cups for the walkathon, and then they bring the coolers back when they're done. It's amazing. People have bought into the campaign. The Mascot's all grown up now too. Tapper looks like a cup of water, not a bottle anymore. He pops into events, whether it be the zoo, downtown. He was in a park yesterday walking around. And then we launched a social media campaign. So we have employee ambassadors, community champions, and people actually tweet about our drinking water, believe it or not. If you search Twitter right now and just pop in Louisville Water, the top tweets that you're going to see are college kids talking about our water. And a lot of them were at Forecastle, the music festival this weekend in Louisville. And then one of my favorite tweets so far was after Monday, there was a person in Louisville from Cincinnati, and he said, 2 things that are certain in life. Cincinnati folks are going to talk about Fiona the hippo, if you've seen that story, and Louisvillians are going to talk about their tap water. It's like, wow, that's pretty good. We're proud that people are proud of our tap water. Here are some of the other tweets from college students. I really like the one in the middle. It says, thank the universe for the cosmic happenings leading to me being born in Louisville so that I have the best tap water on the planet. I thought that was pretty cool. And then we've linked our product to the community as well. So we do some fun things with our bottle. That's next to the big bat. It's at a park there in the zoo. And our employees are encouraged to take their bottle where they travel, kind of like Where's Waldo. That's one of our employees in Israel next to a camel. Someone just sent us a picture not too long ago from the beach. One of our employees was in Thailand last week and took a picture of the Pure Tap bottle next to a drinking water fountain there. We do a contest to get people thinking about why they drink tap water. We had over 200 responses. Our employees chose the top 10, and we turned it into a t-shirt that we hand out to our customers. Some of our favorite answers were, I miss it when I travel. It makes me a pure Louisvillian. No lemon required. And then it's the secret behind fast horses and beautiful women. So we had some fun with it. Some members on my staff have these cards. They're called Get Spotted. And if we see you out in the public drinking with your Louisville Pure Tap bottle, we actually will say, hey, thanks for being an ambassador for the company. Send us an email and we'll give you a t-shirt. And then we've also won some national titles. There's actually a taste test competition in the water industry. We're very proud that we've won it twice. And so we brag about the taste of our water, and we have some fun with signage too. So where are we at now in 2017? Louisville Pure Tap is still at the heart of everything we do. It is valued by the city. When the mayor has a press conference, we make sure that he has a bottle right next to him. If you go into the mayor's office today, you will find water pitchers and cups in Mayor Fisher's office. We get really positive media. A lot of people would go, well, gosh, aren't you just wasting ratepayer money and you're buying bottles and cups and coolers? Absolutely not. We are providing a public service. We are preventing a PTA from spending, $100 on bottled water, and we're reaching people in the community. You will never see me hand out an ink pen unless I can tell you how it's made with water. Everything we hand out to our customers ties back to the water. I really feel like the value is valued. We're not a giveaway anymore. If you want Louisville Water at your event, you need to put forth some effort, and you need to have us there. We've also stepped up the messaging. In case you didn't know it, it's bourbon country around here right now. 3 of our top customers are distilleries, so we tell people we are the rocks in your bourbon on the rocks. We actually have a partnership now with the bourbon industry on the left. That's our water paired with, I think that's Bullet whiskey there. We actually work with the state on economic development and our local chamber. If you're talking about the city of Louisville and you're going to do a bourbon tasting, then let me bring the water. So we've gone to Dallas and Atlanta to court businesses, and I bring the water, you bring the bourbon, I'll bring the water. And then we have a campaign called BYOB, Bring Your Own Bottle. So if we're going to be at an event and our coolers and our mobile units are there, bring your own bottle and fill up for free. We have a museum in our original pumping station. Louisville Pure Tap is part of the story there. And we actually work with our business partners as well. So we have lots of businesses in Louisville that like to talk about how they use Louisville water. That's a Comfy Cow ice cream shop, and the sign there says cows can drink up to 30 gallons of water in a day. So see a little trivia fact you never knew. So what are the results 20 years into this campaign? That's the mayor with his Pure Tap bottle there. People take it on a picnic, and that's a local coffee shop that's serving water their own way, but we gave them a supply of cups that made it easy to serve water. I'll hold up just a few examples of what we do today. These are the cups we use today. They're compostable. So we have 2 sizes. We give these to the public in stacks of 50 or 100. If you have your own bottle and you don't want one of our Pure Tap bottles, we actually have a sticker that will go on your bottle, or kids love to put these on their laptops as well. We have 2 kinds of bottles now. We do have the adult version. We have a kid version as well. And then because we are aligned with the bourbon industry, we actually have a coaster that says distinct, crisp, and clean. And yes, the bourbon's really good too. So we make sure you get a coaster if you get a bottle as well. Let me wrap this up. So does the campaign matter? It really does. We've elevated the value of our water. We do rate increases every year. We are doing water main projects. We're doing capital construction. The only time your customers see you or hear from you cannot be when you need money or when something breaks. So the importance of your employees sharing the story of what you do, whether it be cable, light, or water, is critically important. It really connects our product to the community. People really don't think about where their drinking water comes from, but you're a lifeline to this community. And you get to tell the story of how you do it. It takes 2.5 days, start to finish, the Ohio River to your faucet. And now people have a sense that it just doesn't magically appear. We've had a tremendous success with our campaign, and I'm really proud of what we've done. I recognize that we are unique. We are a larger water utility. I have a staff. A lot of times people in a mid-size or a small utility may not have a huge staff. But as a utility worker, we all have a role in communications. We are all communicators and representatives of our utility. So whether you want to put a few $100s into coolers and cups, or whether you just want to make sure that the city commissioners here or even the public health department has water pitchers to serve water, it's really easy to start to get your message out there. I'm really hoping that my kid generation, I have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, that they're the generation that doesn't just run to the convenience store and grabs bottles of water and takes into the classroom, that they actually value the product that's in their community. So I want to thank you for the opportunity for letting me speak with you tonight. One of my other jobs at Louisville Water is that I do have to do our social media. So I'm just going to take a really quick picture here of the bottle at the Frankfort plant board, so I can make sure I can post that later. So is there any questions that I can answer for anyone, or something that perhaps wasn't clear?
Well, I just was curious about that. Whoops. The competition, the taste competition, was that against standard grocery store bottled water or other municipal supplies?
So the National Taste Test Competition is against water utilities in the American Water Works Association. So those are all public water providers. So you have to win our region first, which is Kentucky and Tennessee, and then you go to the national competition. So we've won the national competition twice, in 2008 and 2013. We've actually done our own taste test challenges in Louisville as well on a local level. We stack our water up against Dasani, Aquafina, commercial bottled brand, and we typically come out on top. Yeah, it's fun. Anybody else? Great. Well, I know you have a very busy agenda, and I really appreciate the opportunity to spend some time with you and hopefully get your meeting off to a good start and get you thinking a little bit. If I can ever be of resource to you or help or answer any questions, please let me know. So thank you.
That was a great